Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here with Robert Ferringo. We are DocSports.com, and we're tackling Week 1 lines in the NFL. We got the Dolphins at the new-look New England Patriots coming up on this report. First, a real quick note. If you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, just want to give it a trial run. It's a real cool way to do it. You click on the link below the video, get yourself set up for a free $60 account, and then you can use those free $60 on any of our daily packages. Robert's, mine, anybody else on the roster over at DocSports.com. It is as simple as that. Sunday, September 13th, the Dolphins at the Patriots. Pats laying 6.5, total 43.5. And Robert, as I was getting all the information on this game from different books, reports are showing 75% of the tickets thus far against the spread are on the Dolphins, yet New England, who was once as low as 5.5, are now laying 6.5. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I understand it, okay? It's two different offseason storylines here. Miami, they're having such a great offseason. They had a great draft. They made these free agent signings. New England, they lost Tom Brady and these defensive starters. So in the public's mind, one of these teams are going up and one of them is going down. But the problem is, it's like these people haven't watched football for the last 2 decades. Like, are you really in a hurry to bet money against Bill Belichick? Do you really think that he won't have the Patriots ready in this game? Do you really think that New England won't come out and play with a chip on its shoulder in this game against a division rival that they know very well, against a team that beat them in Week 17, albeit against their backups? New England was resting for the playoffs, but they still lost to Miami. Do you think that New England doesn't have something to prove in this Week 1 matchup? I understand why the public is piling on Miami, but they're making the wrong decision here.
Yeah, I think so too. And here's the thing. You kind of hit it on the head there, your first sentence or two talking about this when you mentioned about the motivation of the New England Patriots. I mean, you want to talk about – you think Brian Belichick is going to care a little bit about game number 1 without Tom Brady? I mean, this guy's going to want to win this game like a Super Bowl almost, in my opinion. And as much as I like Ryan Fitzpatrick's competitiveness, I mean, his IQ is through the roof. He spent 4 years as an Ivy Leaguer. He was a member of the brain chain for those 4 years. He's smart as a whip. There's no doubt about it. But really, his talent is that of a decent NFL backup. He's your starter. He keeps the team focused. Listen, this team would look like the worst team in football ever last year through the first 6 or 7 games. And then he and Brian Flores, the coach, were able to get everybody back on the same page. They won 5 of the last 9. I like the drafting of Tua. I like the fact that they went out and got a couple of offensive linemen that are going to protect Fitzpatrick early on and Tua down the road. But again, Robert, to me, the deciding factor on this one, Belichick is going to have his assistant coaches and his troops ready for Miami like he's preparing for a Super Bowl, because this guy wants to come out and show that he was the brain, he was the reason that Tom Brady had very little to do with the success of the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, they've had months to prepare for this game also. And I'm with you. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick in theory, but in this game, Miami is coming to town with a 37-year-old Fitzpatrick behind a better but still shaky offensive line, and they're going to have 5 new defensive starters. So, I think Miami is pointed in the right direction. And I think with New England, we've seen their run of unprecedented against the spread success. Let's forget about the Super Bowls and all the division titles for a second. They have covered the spread at nearly a 60% clip for 20 years in the Belichick and Brady era. That is beyond phenomenal. We may never see another run of success at the betting window like that ever again. Regression is coming for them, okay? They're going to have to pay the tab on 2 decades of success pretty soon. That's long-term with the New England Patriots. In this game, in this one instance, I think New England's going to take it to them. I think they're going to jam the ball down their throat, put Miami on their heels. I think they'll force Fitzpatrick into some early interceptions, which has kind of been his bugaboo in his career, and then build on that momentum and really put Miami in a place that they're uncomfortable being.
I'll tell you what, my final thoughts on this game are that even though they were always laying a premium, talking about New England over the years, as you mentioned, they still hit around 60% against the spread. Unheard of before, probably, as you mentioned, unheard of ever again. At this point, though, without Tom Brady, I think there was a little bit of an overreaction the other way, which made it 5.5, as I mentioned early on, in some books, now laying 6.5. Hey, folks, don't forget about the free $60 account over at DocSports.com if you're not yet a member. All you got to do is click on the link below the video to get started. He's Robert Ferringo. I'm Scott Spreitzer. We are DocSports.com.